punches when you could throw two punches that sound like one. You could throw a punch, you can hear them. They were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They all understand. Anybody that hears this understand all the fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw two punches that sound like one.
Fry. Just minutes earlier, police had responded to a fatal shooting and found him bloodied and
I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person.
Yo, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. How's it going today, chat? Shout everybody out, man. How's it going, man? Shout out everybody. We got Amy in the chat. Shout out Amy. What's going on? You know, we like when the members pop up. We got Crafty in the chat, man. Welcome back, Crafty. You know, we like when the members are here. Hate Love, how's it going, man? Nice to see you guys. You got banned from a channel? Dang, man. That's crazy. Do you think the channel banned you, or do you think YouTube banned you? Like, do you think you like pissed someone off in their community, or do you think like just somebody like the platform banned you from? Usually it's somebody from that channel, honestly. But yeah, man, shout everybody out. Thank you for the sound check. Man, we got a great video lined up for you guys today. Hopefully we get some more people in here. Yesterday it was kind of calm, kind of quiet. But you know, wow, was that a good NFL game last night? That Jaguars Chiefs game was crazy, man. The Jaguars got the upset. I think they're 4-1 now, man, which was good for us because if the Chargers, because if the Chiefs would have won last night, they would have been 3-2 just like us. We still would have been first place because of the tiebreakers or whatever, but anytime we could keep those guys off our butt when we're losing, that's back-to-back weeks we lost. Hopefully we win next week. Who knows? But yeah, man, shout everybody out. Hopefully you guys having a wonderful day. Hopefully you guys are doing your thing, man. Hopefully everything's going good for you guys. Shout out to everybody in the community. The first show we got today lined up is man shoots homemade gun, accidentally kills girlfriend. This is from Insanity Body Cam.
and too shocked to speak.
Okay, just set your shoes down there. What's going on? I see blood all over your hands. What's going on?
This is 30-year-old Nathan Fry. Just minutes earlier, police had responded to a fatal shooting and found him bloodied and too shocked to speak.
Our victim is here with a shot to the head. It looks like a large amount of brain matter on the ground.
What officers don't yet realize is that Nathan isn't just an innocent bystander. He was a vigilante with a murder plot that left the wrong person dead.
What you're telling me doesn't match what Shannon's telling me. It's not matching what Christopher's telling me. Nate, listen to me. I'm trying to help you.
Nate jumped up on the bed, steps back 2 feet, and then I hear bang.
Who just fired on Nathan or Chris?
Well, that's what we're going to figure out, okay?
One of you guys better take them away before I see them, because I will kill them both.
On November 6th, 2022, a distraught woman called 911, reporting that a fatal shooting had just occurred in her house.
Yo, shout out that girl, Sweetest Cat. Welcome back to the chat, man. You know we like when the members show up to the live stream. Shout out everybody who's on the stream today. It looks like everybody's double tapped those screens, man. Thank you for that like. You know it helps the channel out a ton. You finished work? I'm not work. We just started, love. We just got in.
House.
911 location of your emergency.
I'm about to drive soon, come back. Where are you driving to? You going on a road trip or are you driving home?
Emergency.
Or are you saying you're driving home from work?
Need an ambulance. Somebody's been shot.
Are they outside or inside?
No, they're inside the house.
Okay, is someone there at least controlling the bleeding?
I don't know.
Okay, do you know where they were shot at?
No, she's in the chest or somewhere. It's in her head.
Shout out Amy's dude. Amy's boyfriend gets out of jail in 2 days, man. Free my boy. Free my boy.
She's shot in the head?
Yes, she's
Okay,
not. Oh my
is
God.
she awake?
Yeah, he said he shared his opinion about something in a different channel, and the moderators put him on timeout. I think the longest they can put you on timeout for is like 24 hours, hey love.
At all?
With a shotgun. Oh my
Shot in the
God.
head with a shotgun.
Yes.
Was this accidental? Is the gun still on scene?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, I just want to request that no one touch that weapon. I do have law enforcement and medical heading to you, okay?
Officers rush to the scene where they're met by a man seemingly in a state of complete shock.
Come on over here. Where's everyone else at? They're downstairs? Okay, just set your shoes down there. What's going on? I see blood all over your hands. What's going on?
Just got in an argument and he started throwing things.
Who did?
Bro acted like he the one that got shot, but I don't see no injuries. He was like, talking like, you know, like he had got a shot in his chest or something. Boy K walked up on NPC mode.
Chris,
Her and Chris? Okay.
he started arguing. He got close and loud and picked up something and threw it. And
Were you in the room?
I had just gotten it back.
Okay. Did he pick up a rifle or a shotgun or what? All right. Just come over here. I'll put you in the car.
The first person officers
Why is he walking all slow and shit, bro? What the fuck?
encounter at the scene is Nathan Fry, who appears
Yeah, fuck those guys. Hate, don't be sorry. Fuck that channel.
extremely shaken, claiming a man named Chris was arguing with someone inside the house before gunfire erupted. At this point, officers have no idea who Chris is, but they would very soon uncover just how central he is to everything. Suspecting Nathan might have been involved in the shooting, officers quickly detain him. Meanwhile, more witnesses begin to exit the house. One of them is Shannon, the woman who called 911. She also lives in the home and was a close friend of the victim. But what Shannon is about to tell the officers doesn't align with Nathan's claims.
Okay, what was going on?
We're up there fighting.
Okay. Anybody else see it?
No, I heard it
Okay.
downstairs in my room, and obviously Nate pulled out the shotgun. I don't know what happened.
Nate pulled out the shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Because everything, he's got James mad all over him.
How did you?
It says a homemade gun. He made a homemade shotgun? How the fuck you make a homemade shotgun? Chat, do y'all know how to do that? Let me know.
Okay.
Chris says.
Chris says he pulled it out.
Yeah. He's always carrying around weapons.
Nathan is?
Yeah.
Okay. Just have a seat right there. Who else is inside besides Chris?
Shannon tells officers that Nathan pulled the trigger, but admits she didn't witness it herself. She only heard it from Chris, who, unlike the others, still hasn't come out of the house. Officers grow concerned and request additional units as a precaution before quickly surrounding the home and ordering Chris to come outside.
Chris, come on over this way, man. Okay, come on over here. Okay.
I realized I hadn't been shot.
Okay. Go ahead and go. Okay. Do me a favor. I don't want you talking to anybody else, okay? All right. So go ahead and have a seat over here by the front of this Dodge Durango, please. Right over here.
In an unclear ramble, Chris claims that Nathan pulled the trigger and fired the shot, and the victim's blood was sprayed all over him. But just moments earlier, Nathan told officers it was Chris who had been arguing with the victim, suggesting he was more involved than he let on.
Yeah. They trying to do the who did it? You did it. I did it. He did it. She did it. They just pointing their fingers at each other. Shout out, Tara. Welcome to the chat. You know we like when the members show up to the live stream. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button when you come on in. Definitely helps the stream out a lot. So yeah, both guys are trying to say the other guy shot him. They're both acting dazed and confused. They both have blood on them, but they don't have no injuries. It sounded like he told the police he was shot, but there's no gunshots from him, so I might have misheard him. He might have said Nathan shot.
With both of them pointing fingers at each other, officers grow increasingly skeptical and decide to dig into their backgrounds. That's when they uncover a troubling detail about Chris. He had a history of domestic abuse and prior incidents at this very address. He's far from a neutral witness. With both Nathan and Chris now detained, officers begin securing the scene. Inside, they're met with a grisly sight.
And there's
Of the home and a mother of two. It turns out the police department was familiar with this address, having responded numerous times to heated confrontations involving Jennifer, her ex-husband Chris, and her current boyfriend Nathan. Records indicated Jennifer shared a complicated history with both men, and more recently, tensions had escalated. On several occasions, Nathan reportedly stepped in during conflicts between Jennifer and Chris. But on this day, the line between protector and aggressor would blur, as detectives later learn how things tragically went off course. For now, though, officers had to break devastating news to Jennifer's son, who had just arrived at the scene.
Hey, there's no easy way to say this.
Oh, that's how you came? With your belly out in a trench coat? That's fucked, bro.
There was some kind of altercation in your mom's room, and a firearm was discharged.
What up, Thomas?
And your mom was passed. I have grandma coming.
Who just fired on Nathan or Chris?
Well, that's what we're going to figure out, okay? That's what we're going to figure out.
One of you guys better take them away before I see them, because I will kill them both.
Okay, we'll take care of it, okay? Hey, your brother's right around the corner.
Okay, I'm going to take it to my wife's inside.
Overwhelmed by anger and grief, Jennifer's son leaves the scene after hearing the tragic news. Minutes later, Jennifer's mother would also arrive at the scene.
I feel bad for her son, bro. But he tell the cops, I'm going to kill them both. Like, why you say that, bro? Them cops was cool, though. They let him slide.
Completely unaware that her daughter was gone.
Natalie? I'm here. Second, real so I can talk to you. Real quick.
Lucy, shut up.
This is Jared Horton. He's one of our chaplains here.
Hi.
Okay.
Somebody's dead.
Yes.
Who?
Jennifer.
Oh, God, no, no, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that mom had more of the reaction I had expected. I don't know. Now that I think about it, maybe the son was like, fuck, I kind of saw this coming just because he knew those guys were pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let me know how the mic's going today. Let me know how the vocals sound. Let me know in the chat what y'all think. Man, wow.
Clearly heartbroken by her daughter's murder, Jennifer's mother is comforted by officers. Meanwhile, one of them steps away to inform Nathan and Chris that they'll be taken in for questioning. That's when Nathan...
Y'all think it was Nathan or y'all think it was Chris? I think it was Nathan, bro. I think it was the first dude who came out the house. He was a little more weird to me. Like, his vibes was, like, weirder to me.
makes a troubling claim.
Hey, Nate, for everyone's safety, where did you put the shotgun at?
I didn't have a shotgun.
You didn't have a shotgun?
No.
Okay, you told me earlier you put it away.
They had it put away.
Who put it away?
And Jen,
And had the gun put away?
I think it was bro, because he got that look in his eyes. He got that look in his eyes like he crazy. Like he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please consider joining our membership program. It only starts at 99 cents a month. A really cool way to help support the channel. For the most part, we are crowdfunded, man. So when you guys super chat, when you guys become members, it really does go a long way here on this channel. It helps keeps us on the airways. So thank you in advance and appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to chat, man. W chat.
Okay. And how does somebody get shot if the gun got put away?
they were fighting all night.
Okay. But all I'm worried about right now is where the gun is. Just because that place is a disaster. Just walking in there to search, I don't want the gun to go off.
You don't know.
Okay. You don't know where you put it?
I didn't put it anywhere.
Okay. All right. Hang tight then.
Nathan insists that he never even had a gun, a claim directly contradicting
Yeah, the heavyset guy was her son. It was either this guy or the other white guy, Chris. But I think it was this guy,
his earlier
Nathan.
statement about what happened inside the house. Because of this inconsistency, officers suspect Nathan isn't telling them the whole truth. But this would only mark the beginning of growing uncertainty around his true role in the fatal shooting. But before we continue, life can change in an instant. That's what happened in November 2021, when a father of two grieving family needed help. Experienced attorneys fought hard. Could be worth compensation you deserve. They don't win for you. $26 million. Wondering if you have UW.4. That said, let's get back to the investigation. So, to get to the bottom of how Jennifer ended up dead, officers transported both Nathan and Chris for questioning. Chris was taken to a nearby fire station, both to collect his bloodied clothing as evidence and hear his full account of the shooting. But what Chris says next would introduce a new possibility to the officers, that Jennifer's death may not have been intentional at all.
You came upstairs this morning, or this afternoon, and then,
High as fuck, bro. You see dude's jaw is wired. Bro's jaw is wired, bro. He keeps clapping that jaw, bro. And then that other dude, he looks high as fuck too. I'm telling you, the son kind of just knew, like, he knew what his mama was on. He knew what the dudes around her was on. Like, that's why he was like, that was why he had that reaction.
make something to eat. You said you then went in and checked in with Jen, looking for a cigarette, and then you told her you found the saw.
Yep.
Is that when she initially made the comment?
That was, yeah.
And when you talked to Jen, where was she at?
She was in her room.
She's in her room.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was in the room?
Her and Nate.
Okay.
And she started to shut down. well, she started to do other stuff while I was talking, and she stopped me and said, "Fine, I get it. I'm a horrible person. Shannon's your support person, and I'm done. Leave me alone." She got up, came towards me, and looked like she was going to swing, and I kind of curled back, and I pushed her back into the room towards her bed, and out of the corner, I see Nate jump up on the bed, steps back about 2
A firefighter jacket? That's so wild to me. Yeah, bro is definitely methed out.
feet into the middle of the bed, and then I hear bang. When I'm thinking I'm dead, I feel water. I think Jen coming at me. Back. He just got scared, and he had the obviously operational gun.
So he's saying that Nathan shot the lady to defend him. Basically, like the lady was beating him up, and then the boy Nathan shot her. That's wild. That's a twist.
Gun in his hand, jumps up, stumbles because he's on a soft bed, and points the gun, pulls the trigger, and Jen stepped back to hit me. And her face was just...
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
According to Chris, the shooting was accidental. He explains that he and Jennifer were once married and that their relationship had long been marked by conflict. Things only got worse, he says, when Jennifer began dating Nathan, the man he now claims killed his ex-wife. He also says that all three live under the same roof, in what he describes as a chaotic household shared with several other residents. At this point, officers are deeply conflicted.
Yeah, that's a drug house. That's a drug house for sure. I was thinking that from the beginning. When I first saw their little setup, I thought that shit was a drug house.
Chris has a documented history of domestic violence and was found covered in blood, but despite that, multiple witnesses claim it was Nathan who pulled the trigger, killing his girlfriend Jennifer. Meanwhile, Nathan hasn't accused anyone, but his shifting story and failure to provide a consistent explanation have raised serious red flags. By now, investigators believe Nathan is the more likely shooter based on witness statements, the location of blood spatter, and the brain matter found on Chris, suggesting he was standing nearby when Jennifer was shot. But the only question is whether it was intentional.
And you know the room's being audio and video recorded, right? Okay, so you say this all started last night?
I think because Chris was on one.
Chris was on one? What do you mean on one?
He was just ranting and raving, going through everything. They were waiting. I woke up this morning to them talking, and then he got more aggressive and louder. He got closer. She jumped up towards him, started yelling, told him to get out.
So far, everything Nathan says matches.
It's lining up, but now I wonder how he gonna say the shooting process played out. Cause right now he's saying it's the same shit basically.
Which is what Chris shared in his interview. That is, until he says this.
I don't know. I didn't shoot anyone.
Then who did?
I don't know.
Did you accidentally pull the trigger? Were you trying to make Chris stop?
I don't use weapons or anything like it.
Okay, so understand this. Pieces of her face and brain are on all over Chris. Okay? He was on the other side of her when she was shot. You've already told me there was just 3 people in that room.
Damn, yeah, that's true. So bro was the shooter. This was the shooter. because of the way the spray, the gun spray, the splatter.
You, Jennifer, and Chris. Did you not love her? Did you not love her?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I know you didn't try to kill her. I know you didn't try to hurt her. You were probably trying to protect her. I'm aware of what Chris has done to her in the past. For Jennifer's sake, for her memory, be honest here, son. I know you didn't mean to do it. There was only 3 of you in the room.
The officer is well aware of Chris's documented history of abusing Jennifer, making the possibility that Nathan may have acted to protect her more plausible. Believing the shooting may have been an accident, the lead detective prepares a strategy. He plans to frame the incident as deliberate, hoping that if Nathan is hiding something, he'll push back and finally reveal the truth. It's a psychological tactic, and one that
Imagine like you try to shoot somebody, like, and then you shoot the person you trying to save. Like, would you just shoot the dude cuz at that point, or do you like do you just let him slide? You feel me?
just might work, because as officers are about to learn, there's more to this so-called accident than anyone has let on.
Chris is telling me you picked it up, you aimed at it, and you shot him. You shot at him and then you hit Jennifer by mistake. That's homicide, that's murder. You first told me you knew nothing about the gun or how it happened. Now your statement's getting a little closer to what Chris said. So we need to stop lying.
No, her son was in her 20s. I think these guys are in their 30s, and I think the victim was in her 40s.
Because it's not going to help you when with what you're going to be charged with. You need to be clear here. You need to be honest. Chris says you pick the gun up, you start to point it at him and you trip on the bed. Okay? So you just pointed the gun at him to make him leave, to make him stop. Is that what happened then? Okay, you were not wanting anybody to get shot. Because that makes a lot more sense. And when you pointed the gun at him, is that when you fell? Do you believe so? You have to speak up. I know you can speak up louder. Come on.
I believe so.
You believe so? So this shotgun sounds like it belonged to Stewart.
This guy for sure is in his 30s. He looking old as hell.
The gentleman that just recently passed away, right? A lot of his firearms were either destroyed or damaged in their house fire that they lost, right? So you were working on some of them, trying to get them. They were damaged, it sounds like, in the fire. Okay. How about the shotgun? How many times did you guys take the shotgun?
It's still iffy.
It was still iffy? What do you mean iffy?
Well, it's not fully put together with the actual stock or anything.
For that shotgun to fire, you have to cock the hammer back.
Very touchy.
What's very touchy?
This gun, this one doesn't have anything very securing it, so it's loose.
What's loose?
The mechanism stuff.
I understand it's very touchy, but if it is functional, there's enough pressure in that spring that there's no way that the hammer could fall.
That looked like a cowboy ass, western ass fucking shotgun. Like that shit looked like that shit was from the relics.
Back on its own. Did you pull the hammer back?
No.
Then how did the hammer get pulled back?
It was already pulled back.
Obviously you had your finger on the trigger.
There's no trigger guard. Anything.
There's no trigger guard?
No.
Okay.
Missing a lot of pieces. I just picked it up You gotta be.
Understand? So I can understand no trigger guard and the trigger could get hit. But
I did not pull a hammer back intentionally.
God,
I would not go that far. And I've told them that multiple times.
all right, man.
In a strange turn of events, the situation finally began to make sense. The shotgun recovered at the scene wasn't a standard firearm and appeared to be partially rebuilt, missing several key components. It was the same weapon Nathan had been working on himself, an unstable, unfinished shotgun with no reliable trigger system. Nathan tells officers he was trying to protect Jennifer during an escalating argument between her and Chris. After Chris pushed her, he grabbed the shotgun, hoping to scare Chris off by pointing it at him, but in the chaos, he lost his footing and the unstable weapon discharged, killing his girlfriend, Jennifer. And just
I knew that's what happened, bro. I knew that's what he was gonna say happened. But I kind of believe him because of how much he was in shock. Like the way he actually came out the house. At first I thought it was just the drugs. But yeah, bro shot his girlfriend playing with guns, like Amy said. That's why she don't play with guns. That's basically, he said he was trying to scare her, or scare dude away from fighting her. So it was an accident. Man, should he go to jail for life off an accident?
like that, he confessed to firing the shot that killed her. With all witness accounts largely consistent and Nathan admitting to accidentally firing the gun, he was ultimately convicted of 1 count of first-degree manslaughter and 1 count of first-degree unlawful possession of a firearm. On February 8, 2024, just weeks after his plea, Nathan Fry was sentenced to 12 years in prison. As for Chris, he was not charged with any additional offenses.
Because low key that was an accident. I'm okay with the 12 years.
Related to the incident.
Yeah, dude was the shooter though.
Fry. Just minutes earlier, police had responded to a fatal shooting, the murder plot.
Okay, just set your shoes down there. What's going on?
What's bro's name, bro? Ethan what? What's bro's name? Y'all thought dude was a teenager? This was her son, bro. He looked old as fuck. His beard fuller than that other guy's. Bro in his 20s though. He like 25.
Easy way to say this, but
Yeah, he looked more age appropriate. Her ex-husband. I'm saying they in their 40s, maybe close to 50. Bro is definitely close to 30 though. He might be younger than 30. Like I thought he was like 33, 34. But you're right. He might be like 28, 29. But his hairline just looked far back for somebody in their 20s. Like his forehead is up here. He has that comb forward look. But who knows? He might have went to High school with bro. Yeah, he might have went to high school with bro.
responded to a report of an assault at the home of 20. In the early hours of an October morning in 2018, sheriff's deputies in a Wisconsin town.
Our next video is interrogation of a psycho girlfriend who makes men kill for her. Full police interrogation. This was from the crime scene.
Responded to a report of an assault at the home of 24-year-old truck driver Dalton Ziegler. When deputies arrived.
Yeah, but even then, Amy, like you can tell, like when someone has like that type of balding pattern, like you could tell, like, oh, they went bald early, cause like that should be drastic. But like, if you just have like the normal receding hairline, you could kind of tell, like, cause when you a kid, your forehead be little. You have like a 3 head. And then by the time you get old, you got a 5 head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now my forehead big as hell. You know what I mean?
Arrived, they found Dalton beaten to death. Detectives tracked down Dalton's live-in girlfriend, 20-year-old Michaela Tracy, who made a shocking admission. Tracy told investigators. In the early hours of an October morning in 2018, sheriff's deputies in a Wisconsin town responded to a report of an assault at the home of 24-year-old truck driver Dalton Ziegler. When deputies arrived, they found Dalton beaten to death. Detectives tracked down Dalton's live-in girlfriend, 20-year-old Michaela Tracy, who made a shocking admission. Tracy told investigators she and Dalton had argued that night and she'd asked 2 friends, Jacob Johnson and Drew Luber, to come pick her up. When they arrived, Tracy said the 3 men got into a physical confrontation before she and her 2 friends left. Suspecting there is more to the story than Tracy is letting on, deputies bring her down to the sheriff's office for questioning.
So do we have to go to the hospital or no? No. I know we had a lot to talk about at Sun Prairie, but I had mentioned how we didn't have to do that. We're just coming right here instead. So this won't take us long. It shouldn't be too time consuming. Come on in.
Hi. Cool. So you're small and medium. I think the underwear was just whatever corresponds. But they also gave, these are men's boxers that you could have her put on over the underwear to take pictures in case, in an effort to preserve modesty. Mm-hmm. So small and medium. They're a little see-through, but with underwear on, then it's still. Okay. Whatever you don't use, I'll take that down.
Okay. Yep. Greg said he's on his way up. So.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. Thanks. Let's see what he wants. Might not have to get that.
We had kids. Your forehead be like this. You funny, Amy.
I'm gonna stay with you though, okay?
Like, even take her. I could tell she at least in her later 20s, if not early 30s, but I would guess later 20s. But just because of where her hairline is. Whereas a girl, like, if she tried to have like baby hair and shit, it would just be like a comb over at this point because her shit too far back, you know? And she doesn't have like a large forehead. That's just like a normal forehead. But like when she was a child, I guarantee her shit was shorter, you know? Or her forehead was smaller.
You can get through this, okay? I know it's probably a stupid question, but why do you think that?
If I have something else to look for, I hadn't even told him that I would rather be dead than be with him.
The manipulators always be like, I'd want to trade places. I would rather be dead than be here talking to you. Like, but yet you're the one alive.
I feel like I deserve it. Because I didn't help.
So we can't. Come on in.
Various deputies in a Wisconsin town responded to a report of an assault at the home.
Dang, she aging like milk. She is 20. Michaela is 20. You right. Or it's Tracy. Yeah, this is Tracy. We don't know how old Tracy is. Michaela is 20, but she's not who we're talking to right now. Tracy's his girlfriend. We don't know how old this chick is. She's for sure older than 20 though. Either than
Small and medium, they're all C0, but
yeah, meth will do it to you, Amy. You hit it right on the head.
with underwear on, then it should still. Okay. Whatever you don't use, I'll take that down.
Okay. Yep. Greg said he's on the way up. So.
Okay.
Yay. Thanks. Let's see what he wants. Might not have to get that under control. I'm gonna stay with you though. Okay.
Tracy's her last name. She got 2 first names. That's confusing as fuck.
You can get through this, okay? I know it's probably a stupid question, but why do you think that?
If I have something else to look for, I hadn't even told him that I would rather be dead than be with him. I feel like I deserve it. Because I didn't help.
So we can't change anything.
What do chicks like all in general like be starting wars? Be like having people murder people? Like I don't know how one does that. Period. But like especially for just like, I mean, you could find this girl like at like Target. You know, she works at like Starbucks. Like, how you be so whipped that you about to kill another man? And now she in here crying, trying to snitch and not get in trouble.
How this all plays out says you have a lot to live for, okay? You can prove to him that you've gone. And maybe live the kind of life that he would want you to live. And be the good person that he wants you to be, okay? You know, just try to think of it that way.
I don't deserve to live.
No.
Because I left with them and I let him be there.
Yo, what up, Snoop? Welcome to the chat. You know, we like when the members show up to the live stream. Guys, make sure you hit that like button when you come on in and definitely give Snoop a warm welcome.
I let them do that to him. I didn't stop them. Even though I was telling them to stop, I didn't like get in the way or anything like that. I just stood there in shock.
You right, Amy. You right.
Like I just want to die. For letting that happen. And letting them do that to me.
This cop about to be like, fuck, tell me what happened.
I never saw what they did to his face.
You never said anything at all? He, when you were leaving? No. Did you say anything to him? I know some of this we've already covered, but I just can't remember.
Appreciate you appreciate you checking in, Snoop. Hope you have a good day at work. I know it gets rough at the hospital.
I don't want nothing to do with that. You take one day at a time. Okay? Don't overwhelm yourself by looking so far into the future. Okay? Just take one day at a time. I don't deserve to have a future without him. Come on in.
Hey.
Hey. Thank you.
You betcha. Anything else?
Did you have those in the jail being broken like that?
I don't know, but I thought I'd let them be the bad guy.
Because apparently she can have her contacts.
Just popped up with a piece of chocolate? That's random. That's random as hell. Hey, shout out to that boy Baki, man. You already know. Chris, I appreciate the love, dog. Shout out to 313. What I tell you about your lions, I told you never to fear. The lions were here. And yeah, man, they keep doing their thug thizzle. But man, this is what we do, man. Thank you so much for being the heartbeat of this channel. Appreciate that super chat. Guys, help my boy sponsor today's episode. Shout out Baki for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely, you can help sponsor today's episode as well with a super chat or a membership, man. My boy's doing all three, rocking the Triple Crown, member, super chatter, and moderator. So thank you so much, Bak.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They just gave her the case and then all the solution and stuff.
I think so, yeah. Those, I don't know, with them being broken.
I would think that they could be used as, they would think that's
How?
the jail kind of has some funny rules.
You'd be amazed when people have nothing but 24/7 to think of ways to be jerks.
Yeah.
They do it.
Right. I'll ask, but if not, I'll just put them in her property bag then.
Do you want me to run down and just see what they say?
Well, it don't matter because that way,
Okay.
so you don't have to take them back or do anything. We can just put them in her property bag. And that way we can find out if it's legitimate or not. So
Easy enough.
yeah, have you seen Greg around?
I have not.
He said he was pulling in the sub basement like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was still on East Wash when I heard saw that text, so he should be imminent.
Okay.
Do anything else?
Okay.
Always put on water and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, that girl Clarissa. Welcome in, Clarissa. Appreciate you stopping by. You know we like when the members show up to the live streams.
For a good one. Okay. Sure you don't want to try to eat something? You can get like I think we have granola bars or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Good junk food too. It's way better.
You do? Or
Yeah,
does it?
oatmeal cream pies and all that stuff over there.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
She choked down a cheeseburger, not quite all of it. She just can't eat.
Understood.
That's what I said.
Okay. All right, I'll be around.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you have any, did you ever hear anything or on the street at all, or for your friends like you, like burglaries that have been happening, like on those car thefts and stuff? No one ever said anything, hear anything? It's crazy. It's everywhere. How old are you? Yeah, so you're a little older than some other kids that have been doing this. Does Lodi have a problem with that too? Yeah, so you're a little older. It's crazy. It's everywhere. How old are you? Yeah, so you're a little older than some other kids that have been doing this.
Could not make out what she was saying.
Do you have any, did you ever hear anything or on the street at all, or for your friends like you, like burglaries that have been happening, like on those car thefts and stuff? No one ever said anything, hear anything? It's crazy. It's everywhere. How old are you? Yeah, so you're a little older than some other kids that have been doing this. Does Lodi have a problem with that too? Much. Just like the Steve Otto stolen all that stuff. Yeah.
My stomach is hungry, but I can't eat.
If I got you something, would you try? Maybe?
Just try.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I don't feel like I deserve to eat.
Witnesses tell deputies that Tracy suspected Dalton of cheating on her and had asked Johnson and Luber to beat him up. The trio had then left Dalton for dead. Tracy, Johnson and Luber are all charged with being party to the crime of felony murder. 3 days later, Tracy asked to speak to detectives, claiming she has new evidence that proves she's not a cold-blooded killer.
All right, so you put in a slip to the deputies in female housing saying...
Basically, she went to jail. And this girl is not 20, bro. Look at her face. Oh, my Lord. Wow. She looks like she's my age, bro. That's crazy. But, yeah, when I was 20, man, I still look like a kid. A lot of people usually when they're 20 still look like they're a teenager, bro. That's crazy. But she talked to them girls in jail, and them girls in jail was like, you better snitch, bro. You better get the fuck. You about to do life. Like, you stupid.
New forensic evidence towards case, bruises from men who killed my boyfriend and when it happened, and that was earlier today?
Yes, I wrote that early today.
What time?
What up, not me? Welcome to the chat.
After lunch? Before lunch?
I think it was right before lunch, but then I was like, I'll just wait for the shift change because then they'll be able to actually get it going.
All right. So, what do you want to tell us?
As I was saying, I had thought that these were from Dalton, but that kind of stuff.
So back of both arms?
Well, there's this one that you.
Oh, that was okay.
They're basically like you said yourself that they look like fingerprints, like the tips of fingers, and also the way that I showed you that he would have grabbed me. And this would have been a week or a week and a half ago. There's no way I would still have these bruises like this. Clearly, they're already turning yellow. They disappear within, say, 3 days or so. Then that doesn't make sense. And for his hand, he had big hands. Mm-hmm. There need to be thumbprints here, and the fingers would be on the back. These are kind of weird. like different kind of spots doesn't really make sense. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Then I'm not going to do anything.
You about to tell us she suddenly remembers getting attacked? Is that what's going on right now?
After you guys changed and did all the pictures, and I didn't notice this when you guys were taking the pictures because I had put my underwear on, you know, and stuff like that, and the underwear actually covered it up. And I didn't notice it until I got down to that single room and put the turtle suit on, I'm going to call it that, because obviously I was naked. And I noticed it because when I went to the bathroom, I pulled up the turtle suit, and I saw it, and I was like, holy cow, that's a serious freaking bruise. So I've been trying to figure these out and put this together on them all kind of matching up. And I can show it to you, and we're going to need to probably take pictures of it. If you would like to see it, I'll obviously keep it covered. That. And obviously the underwear covers that.
So that's your left hip?
Yes, that is my left hip.
And what do you think caused that?
So I was thinking, this is all probably from when Jake Johnson.
Yo, Jen, welcome to the chat. You know we like when the members show up to the live streams.
Pulled and pushed me out of the house saying, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And my hip, I remembered, hit the doorway, the door to the garage. And these are probably from his fingers. So again, that correlates with my story that I've tried to tell you, that I had nothing to do with this, that I am innocent, and that they pulled me out of the house so that
I thought she was about to give us some real shit. She ain't saying nothing. She didn't come with no new evidence.
Look at this dude.
that way I could not stay to help Dalton nor see his face of what they had done to him, like I had told you before.
You didn't tell me that before.
He was on his hands and knees.
Right.
Facing down, and with the blood coming from his face. They obviously had taken his wallet and stuff like that. I had never seen his face. He never looked up at me. There was no communication between the two of us. Like, I did tell you that.
Yo, shout out Cheza D. Welcome to the chat.
If I would have seen the damage that they would have done to him, I clearly would have stayed and called the police. And I was not able to do that because they pulled me out to the car. And we left. Again, like, that's why I had said I thought that they had just, bruised lip causing bleeding or broken nose, whatever. Otherwise, I told you that I love him. I would not do this to myself. I would not purposefully cause myself to lose my own home or to lose the love of my life. Why would I want to become homeless? Why would I want to lose my sanctuary and home that I had created with him? I had left my parents' house. I moved out at the age of 17, and I've been out of that house in and out ever since the age of 17 because of their alcoholism and toxic family and our own problems of my family. And I've always tried to get away from that. And Dalton had helped me create a sanctuary in that house where I could be free and happy and do whatever I wanted and be with him. And he, like I said, he provided for me. We got our kitty, all kinds of things. Why would I want to lose that? Why would I want to become homeless? Why would I want to lose my sanctuary? Why would I want to lose my kitty? Why would I want to lose...
She said sanctuary. He gave me a sanctuary. She's trying to sell this shit right now.
My baby, my boyfriend that showed me love and provided for, that helped me get sober, like I said, help provide for me, give me transportation to jobs, bought the groceries, everything whenever I would lose a job, because I've had a hard time keeping a job, So why would I want all of that to myself? It doesn't make any kind of sense. I didn't know, like I said, before I'd gotten in the car, they said, are they still in your house like that? I said, yes. They're like, oh,
You got a new dude. That's why you got a new dude. You think the new dude got it? You think the new dude got it on lock now? So now you trying to switch up.
okay, let's go. They both got out of the car and went into my house themselves, and I followed them in. And they started trying to break down the door, and Dalton came out, and they started doing that. He went in and took his wallet and grabbed me and said, let's go. I never was able to see the damage to Dalton at all.
Okay.
I only saw the blood coming
What's
from
the
his
last
face.
position that you saw him in?
Like this.
He was on his hands though?
Knees. On his hands and knees. On his hands and knees, and I've said that.
Okay.
Looking down. He never once looked up at me. We never had any type of... He never said anything. Nothing. After they were hurting him. And I have, obviously now, and I have physical evidence of the fact that they pulled me out of the house.
Okay. So what would you have hit that on?
The door that
The
goes
frame?
from the kitchen, yes. You know, like on a hinge.
Or
you know,
like the door knob or something?
No, the hinge. Like, say, you know, like how there would usually be a hinge here and a hinge here, kind of, you know, sticking out on a garage door. Like this. Coming, you know, I stumbled into that as he was trying to push me out.
Who was doing that?
Jake. And that, you can clearly see that is a, like, you know, this exact same shape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said, I got new physical evidence. Y'all remember those bruises? Y'all remember those bruises I had on my arm? I remember where they came from. Like, that's not no new physical evidence, lady.
Do you see?
Yep.
Of a point. And I remembered that because I was like, what is this from? What is this from? And then I was like, that's not even the same size as Dalton's fingers. Dalton's pointer finger is the size of my thumb, if not bigger. Jake's hands are smaller, and I put it together, I was like, that's what this is from. I need to tell them this. Because it's evidence that shows that more on my part.
This bitch was in her cell like, like,
To defend me and my baby, because that's what I want to do. I want justice for him, and I want to prove my innocence. And that's why I tried to tell them while I was in that room with the turtle suit, I said, I have a freaking bruise that you need. They were just taking pictures, you need to get them back down here. I told it was you. I was like, she's in a pink sweater, because you're wearing that day. They're like, okay, we'll see what we can do. Nothing happened. And I was in there for 2 days, and then they moved me into the where I am now. And then the girls were like, put in a request slip, because if they haven't done anything now, you need to keep doing it until they come down here.
So you said something to him that night when you got...
you know what she just said? The girl said, she was just like, the girl said, like the girls just told her, meaning the girls are the people locked up in jail with her. So I told you the girls in jail were like, girl, you need to get the fuck out of here. You did not kill that man.
Got in there?
That night, yes.
Oh.
As soon as you brought me down there and I got into that turtle suit, and I said, they were just taking pictures and bruises of me, and I heard him radio that to someone, and then nothing ever happened up until now.
Actually, this is the first I've heard of it. Was
That's
this afternoon
ridiculous.
that there was the...
That's ridiculous, because I didn't want it to, like, you know, start to diminish or go away, because it's fresh. You need fresh pictures, just like you did
Yes
that
and
day
no.
and everything.
Bruises don't develop for 24 hours.
Okay, well, still,
So this is
it's
actually a good time to look at it, because I would actually estimate that is...
It's so dumb, bro. She's so damn dumb.
Is that old?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was not as bad. I mean, this purple, like the from the doorknob, it it was just this, and then that started to come through the further it got. Like, this is probably the best that it's... So you're probably going to need to get...
Damn, Amy, that looked like some spoons, bro. That looked like some spoons. You called that shit.
her back here to take a picture of it, but...
No, we'll go get a camera.
You're just going to do it yourself or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that doesn't make sense that that's not where, like, hands would be. Like, these are where fingers would be, not here and here.
What did you say? What is this from?
Oh, that's from maybe little.
Okay.
Like I said, I used to suck on my arm. So those are the two. That doesn't make any
Do you have
sense.
something behind your shoulder here, though, too?
No, that was like over here or something like that. I
Yeah,
remember
well, we
she
had to
was-
pull your bra
Yeah,
down
something
because
like that.
bra is so high. Okay, and then this one.
Yeah, that. And I don't know if there was another one or
No.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe barely right there. So that makes sense. Like, that's not where Dalton's hands would be, and they wouldn't be there a week or a week and a half later. And Dalton never has actually, like, grabbed me. He has never left marks on me, ever. Ever. And then these show up all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden I find that, and I'm like, what would this be from? Oh, I ran into the freaking door when Jake was trying to pull me and push me outside, saying, come on, let's go, we gotta get out of here, I have his wallet. And I was like, I need to tell them this, I need to take a picture of this. I told them that day, and nobody did anything.
As I say, all is not lost because bruises develop over a couple days. So
Okay.
we like to take pictures between 24 and 48 hours. So you're like 50. So, or
Okay.
54 or something like that. So you're good.
Okay. So do you want to go take a picture of this?
Yep, we'll get a picture of it.
Okay.
You want to get a camera?
So that would help on my part, because obviously, I saw that because I had no idea, because that's why I was like, oh, that's probably from Dalton. I was like, and then I started to think about it. I was like, that doesn't even match up where his hands would be. His fingers are way bigger than these little ones,
Mm-hmm.
and you could probably.
Her story is so stupid. Her story is so fucking stupid. There's no way she thinks that the detective is like, yeah, bro, that's that's it. Like, you get to go home now. You get to go home from jail now.
Take those measurement of that L thing that you took and look at Dalton's fingers and the measurements of his fingers. If nothing's happened, if you guys still have him somewhere, and see that they don't match his fingers, and if you can take Jake's fingers or something and match that up, and that's you can go back to the house and take a look at that hinge, and it's gonna match up.
Okay. We will. Which way does that door open? I'm trying to think.
And towards
this.
the kitchen, yes.
But okay, but like
So the hinges
So
would
do
be
you know where the
visible.
bong was?
Yeah.
On the steps. So it was like that.
Yes,
Away
it
from
would
it like that.
open towards the bathroom.
Towards the bathroom door.
Towards
Okay.
the bathroom.
Okay. All right, Michaela. As long as you're as long as you've asked us to talk, we were kind of interested in. I'm not sure that we know what your path of travel was when you guys left. Do you know where you went when you left? How'd you go? What
Out
roads?
that door. What?
What roads did you leave? How'd you guys get to Sun Prairie?
I'm not quite sure. We took a left and went through Dane, got on at DeForest onto the interstate, and I think that he got off at Windsor to head towards Drew's house.
So that's Highway 19?
I believe so. Something like that. Yeah.
Drew's
Yeah.
house is in...
That's that upstairs of that bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 19. That would make sense. Yeah.
And then you stopped someplace?
At a quick trip, which they have which quick trip it is. Janet does. They found it. They used my phone for the maps, so they took my phone from me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did I say that I thought that they drugged me, which I'm upset that you guys never took any blood because it's probably on my system now. And
who drugged you?
I said, Jake, oh my God.
Yeah, too bad y'all didn't check because it's probably out of my system now. Like, it's probably gone. I don't have the drug that I got drugged within me no more. Shucks.
I told Janet and whatever the dude was that once I got in the car, in the very beginning, once I walked outside, in the very beginning, once they first arrived, I walked out. I got in the car. I was like, all right, guys, let's go. So I pretend I'm sitting down into the car right now. All right, guys, let's go. Come on, I just want to get out of here. Do you have anything to drink? I'm thirsty. I have all my stuff. I've got my medication. I've got my hairbrush. Got my tampons. I got everything I need for tonight. Let's just go. Do you have anything to drink? And they're like, yeah, here. It's like a can of soda or whatever. I took, I drank some of it. And then they were, like I said, they were like, is he still in there like that with her? Blah, 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 blah. So I started to get fuzzy and weird feeling once we got to Drew's. And that's when I've told Janet, and I keep forgetting his name. He's weird. He calls her dear.
Oh, it was Wags, yeah. Steve Wagner. Yeah. I forgot who she was with that night.
That the last thing I remember is Drew's apartment, because I had passed out in the car, and they left me in that car, passed out with whatever it was, and I woke up and walked across to the BP, not knowing like where they were, where I was, what was going on. My phone was dead. They had used it, whatever. God knows. I had still had all my stuff in my coat because I had woken up in the back seat like this, like completely like laid out like this. And I woke up and I'm like, could barely see because of my contacts or whatever. I'm like, where the f*** am I? Like, seriously? And I'm like, is that a gas station right there? Perfect. I can walk over there and call my parents. Come and get me or something like that.
You probably just had a side dude, and then her and her side dude cooked up this plan to kill her boyfriend. And yeah, it was probably fueled by addiction for sure.
Like that. I don't even know what's going on. And I told them that. I believe that they drugged me.
When?
In the very beginning, whatever was in that can or something, they must have put something in there because, like I said, they had planned to do this before they came. Because when we got to Drew's house, they told him, they told Mac.
What would be the point of drugging you, though?
Because I would not let them do that ever. I would never let them do that to Dalton. Ever. And I've stopped them before. This isn't the first time that they've tried. This isn't the first time that they've tried. This isn't the first time that them and Dalton have fought. Like, get out of my house.
Dalton, if your girlfriend got some fiend homies, if she even just has like male dude homies that like are more important than you, then just don't. That's not your girlfriend, dog. Don't get involved in this shit. Cause that just means like she's probably like the flunky in the crew. And that at the very least, they gonna get jealous of you and try to fight you. At the very worst, when y'all beefing, she gonna have them do something bad to you like this.
House. Hey, can we just bring her? Can we just get her out of the house? Blah, blah, you guys are fighting. This isn't the first time that they've confronted each other. This has happened before. And they know that I would not let them get involved in me and Dalton's problems, despite them being protected over me and calling themselves my friends. This isn't the first time.
But you called them to come and get you before.
Yeah,
numerous times.
I wouldn't necessarily call them my best friends.
No, I'm not saying that, but there are people that would come and kind of rescue you, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of people like that.
Okay.
A lot of people know that, sometimes, regardless of what it is, say if I'm drunk, say if, me and Dalton are fighting, or say me and my parents are fighting. I've had people come and get me from my parents' house before because of my mom drinking.
Right.
I have a lot of people that are rescuers to take me to their house or whatever for the night. So, but this is not the first time that Jake, not Drew, and not Mac was there before that one time, but he never got out of the car. But Jake is the one that like actually confronted Dalton before. And then Trey was with, who I've also, like, brought up and stuff before. But Jake was always the one, like, so that is motive behind Jake as well. This is not the first time that this has happened. And, like, he knew how protective, you know, that blah, blah, that Jake and, or whatever my friends were of me. And that I would not ever let them, because they have always been trying, like I said, this hasn't happened before, to confront Dalton. Because I've said to them, you know, hey, he's cheated on me, or like, hey, we're fighting, or hey this, hey that, come and get me, which they have before.
Hey, he hit me.
Or whatever, like he just pushed me, or I'm drunk and, you know, he's drunk. Mainly he was drunk, usually always, Dalton was. And he's being mean to me, can you just guys come and get me, whatever. And then Dalton would, you know, he'd be fighting with me. The last time that it happened, me and Dalton were fighting.
Do you have gum in her mouth, or is that just how she talks?
And that was a week ago where he, and this is when Jake confronted him last face to face. Like physically standing in front of him, them yelling in our garage. That was a week and a half ago when Dalton had pushed me out and, you know, blah, blah, and I'd called them to come and get me because we were going to hang out. And then me and Dalton were fighting because Dalton had locked the door again, and I needed my stuff from inside. I needed my wallet, you know, whatever. And they heard me crying out from the car. Jake and Trey and Mac out from the car. So they got out of the car to come and see if I'm okay. And the garage door, you know, the guy goes in and out of the house because he had pushed me out of the house. And I'm crying, and they come in, the garage door, like, to the outside, was open, and then so they could see from diagonal over Dalton's truck what was going on. And I'm running to them to go outside to get into the car, like, let's just go. Like, I don't care, like, I'm bawling my eyes out. And Dalton comes storming around his truck, and then Jake confronts him, like, hey, well, you know, like, kind of stuff. So this hasn't happened. This is, like, that's motive behind Jake, that he's seen and wanted to do things to Dalton because he's seen how, I mean, our fighting and stuff and heard about it, you know, me telling them and stuff before. I'm saying that this isn't the first time that they have interacted or fought themselves physically that I have nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Were those guys friends before you guys started dating?
Friends with me?
No, she's trying to be like, I was just thinking that, like, do they know each other because of you? Like, if they only know each other because of you, like, if they would have not met each other because you weren't around, then, you know what I'm saying? Then you had nothing to do with you, or it could have had nothing to do with you. But the fact that you probably introduced them means that if they fought, it definitely has something to do with you.
Dalton and like Jake, or you said Trey or
Dalton
Rodney?
was never friends with any of those people.
Okay.
They were my friends.
Okay.
No.
All right. All right, let's get that picture.
Okay. So that's why I wanted to tell you all this stuff about, this isn't the first time that Jake has confronted Dalton and tried to fight him. And then this new information about these bruises and Jake pushing me out to prove that I was not capable of helping Dalton. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right, hang on. You want to see if you can find a ruler?
All that L thing.
Yeah, we have straight ones too.
Because once I finally sobered up that night, you know, I started to think and be able to actually clearly remember more details of that night.
No doubt.
Because the entire time, that whole day that I was with Janet and Wag, whatever you want to call him, I was puking in the trash can, like, seriously. puking in the trash can, alcohol, and probably whatever they drugged me with. And you can ask them, was she puking in a trash can and nauseous and blah, blah, the entire day that you were with her? They'll say yes. Because they had to get me a trash can.
Okay. It was all zeros. I don't think it would actually work if I didn't set it. Oh, timing. It's longer this way.
Recording everywhere. And I know that. You can see my face when the judge said that they had stolen his wallet. You can see that I'm shocked and I'm surprised. And you could see that if you want to go back and look. I was like, what?
Does that get recorded in there? I don't even know. Go ahead, sit down if you would, Michaela.
Or if not, I'm sure you could ask anyone in the news media, hey, can we get whatever you recorded there and see her face the entire time during this or something like that?
Yeah, I don't... It's like a side view because they don't let them have the best angle over there, yeah. But anyway. So why is Jake so protective of you?
I don't know.
Did you guys date at some point?
No.
High school?
No, nothing.
I didn't one of you want to date?
Jake is the lame ass brother, obsessed, not brother, like, you know, not her real brother, but like, that's my sister, like that type of dude.
The other didn't, or
well, Jake's
like
always been a flirty. He's always trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Always. And I'm sure he's liked me. I'm sure he's liked me this entire time. All of them like me. All of them have said that they like me.
And Drew?
Me and Drew have passed.
He thinks he's so hot. They all like me. They all told me they like me.
Because I've known him since high school and we have done stuff. So
what does that mean? We've done stuff?
You know what I'm saying?
Dating or just hooking
We
up?
have not dated, but we have...
He's like, Tatiana.
Flirted, had sexual relations, friends benefits.
Well, shout out Joanne. Welcome to the chat. You know, we like when the members show up to the live streams.
You know, all kinds of stuff like that.
Over what period of time?
Different periods of time. Some in high school, a little bit after high school, working both at Fitz's, and then a little bit after that. Once we reconnected, a little bit after that, a year or two later, after he got from when he was down in Illinois for his charges down there. Then he came back up to Wisconsin and was trying to do better, and we reconnected and we were flirting and stuff and kissing. You know, we were trying to talk and stuff like that. So that would explain why Drew cooperated and like went along with Jake and stuff. I personally think Jake wanted to do this, and I've thought about this whole time, this whole week, and I've thought about why would Jake want to do this? Because I know you're trying to figure out
Free child, welcome to the chat.
why, and that's why you just asked. You know, does he like you? I mean, have you dated? What, like, why? Why is he so protective? I don't necessarily think it's the protective. I think Drew is probably had the protective motive behind him, you know, because we've had a history.
Michaela Tracy was convicted of felony murder. She was sentenced to 7 years in prison and 5 years of extended supervision. Jacob Johnson pleaded guilty to felony murder. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison and 5 years extended supervision. Drew Luber pleaded guilty to felony murder. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison and 4 years of extended supervision.
What the fuck? How'd they only get 13 years? How'd they get so little time? Yeah, Amy, I agree. You was spot on. You was on her head the whole time, Amy. You were on her head the whole time, girl. You was calling that one. You had your detective cap on. You were ready. But I don't know how, bro. I don't know how, bro. How they only got 13 years. Like, all of them got like 6, 7 years and then 5 years probation, it said. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm always holding down the fort, man. Joanne, we always holding down the fort, man. We always gotta throw something out there. We always gotta put some content up. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta interact with the chat, do our thug thizzle. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for our morning stream. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you a little bit later on this afternoon. We'll probably be up. I don't know. I might stream some video games later. I don't know. I don't know. I might stream some video games later. So if you guys want to see me play the zombie game, or maybe even some boxing, let me know. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for today's show. For now, we'll definitely be back for our nighttime stream around 9 p.m., 12 a.m. So 9 p.m. Western, 12 a.m. But man, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for all the likes. Appreciate you guys so much. Peace and love. See y'all next time.